Tonight, Governor Minor creates Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways in Akwa Ibom. New State ESCO, 23 new commissioners, one special advisor take oath of office. Medical experts advocate routine checks against hepatitis. President Tinubu makes fresh appointments into Nigeria Customs Service. And Nigeria-Russia pledge closer ties. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to AKBC 45 News. I am Miriam Ikbutu. A new ministry has been created by the Akwa Ibom State Government. It is known as the Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways. Announcing the creation of the new ministry, the state governor said it will help to handle security issues both on land and in the state waterways. He announced this at the swearing-in of the 23 new commissioners and one special advisor into the State Executive Council. Patience John reports.
Congratulating the new members of the State Executive Council, Governor Moino spoke of the essence of the new ministry while reeling out its responsibility.
This ministry will continue to collaborate with our security agencies and work towards ensuring the peace we have enjoyed is maintained. This ministry will ensure that we collapse all the various groups that we have had in this state before. All of the groups that have been available, crowd control, all of that will now come under the ministry. And everyone will drop their rights, traffic control, this. All of that will be dropped. And the ministry will now properly profile them to work in the new Ministry of Security. While we are not disbanding them, we are saying that they should come under the supervision of the Ministry of Internal Security. We are saying that all of them should drop their toga and just let us use them for crowd control. They will be trained, they will be profiled, they will now have them to do the work we want them to do.
On choosing to start his administration with the immediate past commissioners, the governor said he is banking on the experience and called on them to help in the interpretation of his administration's blueprints.
A lot of you took bullets for me. A lot of you stood up for me when no one believed I would ever imagine. A lot of you spent several nights strategizing for me, and my conscience will not allow me to throw you away. And this is a testament to the fact that when people stand by me, I will stand by them also. Therefore, it is only fitting we bring back tested hands with the right experience who understand the system to join us and work for the continuation of peace, growth, and transformation of our state in line with our RISE agenda.
The governor, who administered the oath of allegiance and that of office, and the 23 commissioners and one special advisor, reminded them to work in tandem with his administration's cardinal points, where rural development, agriculture, education, entrepreneurial and skill acquisition, and security will take the center stage. He stressed that all political appointees in his administration should impact their immediate communities positively.
Do solemnly swear that I will be faithful, and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
Patience John, AKBC News.
A 4-day dialogue of the RISE agenda aimed at redesigning a roadmap and blueprint for the economic, political, and social growth of Akwa Ibom has been rounded off in Uyo. At the closing ceremony, which witnessed the launch of the Arise Agenda logo, the state governor, Pastor Moino, also announced the appointments of 2 senior special assistants, Mr. Raphael Edem and Barrister Morgan Ekanam. A Government House reporter, Patience John, tells us more.
Speaking at the closing ceremony of the dialogue, which lasted 4 days, the governor called for support from government functionaries and Akwa Ibom people to enable the workability of the agenda. He appreciated all, including the past governors, the professionals and experts who shared their knowledge on ways to achieve the vision of the state government for the overall development of the state, with the promise that recommendations from the dialogue will be implemented.
Thank you for the hard work you've done in putting together the Akwa Ibom dialogue. It's not just enough to put the theory down. Let's move from theory to practical, and let's get you to help us. I'd like to thank Akwa Ibomites again for the privilege you have given to us to serve. It's really a privilege, but I believe God has prepared me sufficiently for this moment. And I'm sure as we tag along, you will see on a daily basis that we are prepared for the job. The Ibom Leadership and Entrepreneurial Development Center, Ibom-led, which will soon be set up, will ensure that our people learn and understand entrepreneurial and other marketable skills.
The state deputy governor, Senator Okone Yarenyi, who doubled as the planning committee chairman of the Ibom Dialogue, as well as the speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Elder Udeme Otong, thanked the governor for putting together the event, describing Ibom Dialogue as a vehicle that will take Akwa Ibom to its desired destination.
During your electioneering campaign, you had a dream, you had a vision, and you did not just allow it stay in you. You wrote it down. Do their own contributions to enable us, enable you, come out with a vision that will not be only yours, but that of the people of Akwa Ibom State. To this, sir, I want to say thank you very, very much for allowing God to lead you.
Is to return to our chamber and fashion out the necessary laws for the implementation of the Arise agenda.
Other speakers who lauded the initiative included Senator Ifyongba, the representative of the state chief judge, Justice Ekaito Obot, Chief Assam, and the economic advisor to Governor Moino, Dr. Udwak Inam.
This blueprint envisions a vibrant, inclusive, diversified, and highly industrialized economy through the efficient use of human and material resources.
The governor at the event also announced 2 new appointments, Mr. Raphael Edem as Senior Special Assistant to Governor on Branch Management and Marketing, while Barrister Morgan Ekanam is now the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Special Duties. Patience John, AKBC News.
The people of Ananamong, Itumbonuzo, in the local government area, Thursday rolled out the drums to celebrate their daughter, Dr. Fiongofo, on her reappointment as the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development. The event, which drew people from the 11 wards of Ini, held at Secondary Commercial School, Ananamong, Itumbonuzo. Eyake Paul tells us more.
It was amazing to see the people of a local government area patiently wait till 9 o'clock in the evening to behold their daughter, who has been reappointed the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development by Governor Moino. While waiting, the Ini people who came out in large numbers danced, sang, and appreciated God for blessing them with someone in the State Executive Council. about 9 p.m., the reappointed Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiong, his spouse, Dr. Samuel Ofo, former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Gloria, the PDP chairman in Ini, Mr. Emmanuel Umar, and other stakeholders arrived at the venue of the celebration. The clan head of Ini, His Highness Joshua Ise, thanked Governor Moeno for the reappointment and promised the support to his administration. The former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Gloria, member representing Ini in the State House of Assembly, Dr. Lawrence Udoide, saluted the governor for giving Ini another opportunity in the State Executive Council, but called for unity and support from the people to the present administration and Dr. Fiong. Also speaking, the PDP chapter chairman of Ini, Mr. Emmanuel Umar, the chairman, Elders Forum, Mr. Peter Ise, and others said they were elated at the reappointment.
Local government now. Honestly, I am proud to be a daughter of the local government.
So, as a people, because in the area as commissioner, I work in yes, you go to government.
Can these spirits of unity, any about the new commissioner, and never you are this spirit tell us, can you help me in Jesus?
She is respected in a square hole, and of course, she is very humble. I'm very happy because we have all of us. We are thank God.
Responding, the reappointed Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiong, said she was excited that her people came out in their numbers to receive her. Dr. Ofo, who was appreciative of Governor Moeno for finding her worthy to serve in the State Executive Council, promised to do her best and appealed for support from her people.
Now, as your commissioner for me, I'm come see your big sister, Dr. Gloria. So from Ward 1 to Ward 11, they are playing their party.
The Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development later treated her guest to mouth-watering delicacies. AKBC News.
A professor of urogynecology and perineal reconstruction, University of Uyo, Anefio Umayo, has advocated the provision of facilities to undertake the current management modalities for vesicovaginal fistula (VVF) and the creation of incentive as well as a training of high fistula surgeons. Professor Mayo made the advocacy while presenting the 92nd inaugural lecture at the University of Uyo. The lecture had as topic, "She shall be served in childbearing," in the reverse, the sad story of maternal birth injuries with focus on vesicovaginal fistula. Margaret Bassey was there in our reports.
Professor Umoyo noted that vesical vaginal fistula, VVF, is a distress condition for women and an abnormal occurrence that allows urine to escape from the bladder to the vagina uncontrollably, causing enormous emotional and psychological trauma. The inaugural lecturer said VVF can occur as a result of surgical mishap, cesarean section, cervical and uterus cancer, accident, female genital mutilation, and prolonged obstructed labor, with an estimate of 800,000 women affected in Nigeria, majority from the rural areas. He stated that women with VVF can be healed through surgical repair, while sexual activities can resume as early as 6 weeks to 6 months, according to studies, but should be avoided during menstruation. Professor Moyo listed measures of prevention of VVF to include universal education, improvements in the social and nutritional status of women, discouraging early marriage, and the provision of improved and easily accessible healthcare services.
800,000 women are affected by the scourge of VVF. Majority of them are resident in the rural areas of Nigeria, where there is a complete lack of primary health care. Some people believe that it is spiritual. Some people believe it is a bone cargo. Some people give so many other reasons. They don't even know that it can be treated. And therefore, we need a lot of medical education to let people know that these things can be sorted out and can be helped. And so any defect in that area is my area of specialty. Mr. Vice Chancellor, where others go to play is where I work. As I'm telling you now, there's no other person to replace me in the University of Uyo.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyaudon Dayo, noted the inaugural lecture is a tradition in the institution with the aim of showcasing the intellectual prowess of the lecturer to a wider audience. Professor Dayo, who described the 92nd inaugural lecturer as an asset to the University of Uyo, lauded his versatile and distinctive performances in the medical profession and for contributing to the overall well-being of women.
There are professors and there are professors. This one has admitted himself. It's not that I know. So we made no mistake in dancing a promise. By what I have heard and what we have heard, he has successfully inaugurated himself as a professor of note in this university. We're proud of any day, any time. It's a gift to the family of Moyo and to humanity. Put your hands together for me.
High point of the event was the presentation of the 92nd inaugural lecture textbook to the Vice Chancellor, who in turn presented a memorial gift to the inaugural lecturer. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
And still to come, Kings and Queens Montessori School, Uyo churns out 34 graduates. And economic hardship, Tinubu tasked Nigerian youths on patience. This and more when we return. Stay with us. You are still watching AKBC 45 News. Kings and Queens Montessori Nursery and Primary School, Itiam, Inyong, Ewed Housing Estate, Uyo, Wednesday turned out 34 fresh graduating pupils. The event, which was the 32nd graduation ceremony of the school, began with a procession of the pupils directed by the principal and staff. It held within the school premises.
Welcoming the pupils and parents to the event, the principal of Kings and Queens Montessori Nursery and Primary School, Mrs. Enododum, charged the pupils to always keep in mind the foundational basics inculcated in them by the teachers, which she noted will assist them in their future pursuits. She said the school was committed to educating and nurturing children to better citizens in the needed nation-building process, urging them as ambassadors of the school to be diligent and determined to succeed.
It is affirmed that Kings and Queens rank among the group of schools branded and committed to excellence with an irrevocable passion for total quality education.
The director, Kings and Queens Montessori Nursery and Primary School, Mr. Chibong Ebongokun, congratulated outstanding pupils who came out tops in different subjects and thanked the parents for their continuous love and care, while appealing to them to sustain the sacrifice.
A lot of people keep on saying the standard has gone, Kings and Queens is not good, this and that. I just listen, we're not in a competition, we are here to work. We do affordable quality education, and I am assuring you that our standards has not gone beyond what it used to be in the past.
The chairman on the occasion, Mr. Kingsley Biofuna, said the joy of every parent is to see his or her child graduate and express appreciation to the school for nurturing the children into the next academic level, while the Director, Material Resources, State Secondary Education Board, Mrs. Ekaiti Ekbu, extolled the excellent academic records of the school, which the school management has sustained for the past 32 years.
We are proud to identify with them. From our evaluation, we can say that the vision and the mission of this school is achieved.
And it is a thing of joy that we parents today have come to see the fruits of our labor, where our children have been able to perform tremendously well.
The valedictorian and best overall pupil, Master Emmanuel Joshua, described Kings and Queens School as a home for all pupils and thanked the school management for granting him a long-term scholarship for his outstanding performance academically.
Throughout my stay in Kings and Queens, a place where character is molded, I have experienced memorable events. The Lord graciously took my challenges away in His infinite wisdom and understanding.
The event featured presentation of awards to the best graduating pupil and other outstanding pupils in different subjects, as well as varieties including welcome song, Ebenezer dance, newscasting, fashion parade, traditional dance, drama, among others.
Oh my baby, I love this boy.
This one will be a politician.
Other states' small pump price increase. Godwin Emefiele, former Central Bank of Nigeria governor, arraigned in court in Lagos.
We love you hardly later. And number
5. Hepatitis, according to medical experts, is an inflammation of the liver which can cause mild or severe symptoms depending on the type. In order to raise awareness on the disease, the United Nations set aside July 28 as World Hepatitis Day to sensitize people on the need to go for medical tests and seek treatment in the case of detection. This year's commemoration focuses on the viral hepatitis with B and C as major strands. The celebration has the theme, One Life, One Liver. Mercy Ekere tells us more about the severe infection.
We all have one liver. Experts say liver silently performs over 500 vital functions every single day to keep humans alive. However, they also say viral hepatitis infection is silent, with symptoms only appearing when the disease is advanced, emphasizing on the need to scale up prevention, testing, and treatment to optimize liver health, prevent liver disease, and achieve the 2030 hepatitis elimination goals. Medical experts say hepatitis B and C are viral infections which are transmitted either from mother to child, sexually, or through contact with blood or bodily fluids of infected persons. According to data from the World Health Organization and the Federal Ministry of Health, nearly 20 million people in Nigeria are estimated to be infected with hepatitis B or C. The data raises doubts on whether Nigeria can achieve the 2030 hepatitis elimination goal.
Every year, viral hepatitis kills more than 1 million people, and more than 3 million are newly infected. We know these numbers are underestimates. Millions of people around the world have undiagnosed and untreated hepatitis. Too often, the disease goes undetected until symptoms become serious.
According to medical experts, common signs and symptoms of hepatitis include weakness and fatigue, nausea and vomiting, right upper abdominal pain, clay-colored stools, loss of appetite and loose stools, fever, yellowness of the eyes and skin, as well as body itching. To prevent hepatitis infection, medical experts advise on safe sex, vaccination against hepatitis B, non-sharing of needles or piercing objects, and use of blood procured from a registered blood bank.
We now have better tools than ever to prevent, diagnose, and treat hepatitis.
The theme for this year's World Hepatitis Day, One Life, One Liver, places more importance on early detection, prevention, and treatment, while calling on governments and authorities concerned to take action to end viral hepatitis, preserve a healthy liver, and achieve the 2030 goals.
Around the world, WHO is supporting countries to expand the use of those tools to eliminate hepatitis and save lives. We're committed to working with all countries and all partners to realize our shared vision of eliminating viral hepatitis by 2030. Because we have one life, one liver.
Mercy Ekere, AKBC News.
President Vladimir Putin of Russia Thursday pledged closer ties with Nigeria and other African countries, assuring leaders in the continent that it was ready to partner African states to develop their energy, information communication, education and health sectors, among others. This came when Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria will partner with Russia to revive the aluminium smelter company of Nigeria by engaging key stakeholders in the industry. They both spoke at the ongoing Russia-Africa Economic and Humanitarian Forum held at the ongoing Russia-Africa Summit in St. Petersburg, Russia. The summit is attended by several African heads of states, including Shettima, who represented President Bola Tinubu and President Emerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe. Meanwhile, Putin noted in his opening remarks that the potential for trade and economic cooperation between Russia and African countries was much higher than the trade turnover of $18 billion seen in 2022. He restated his country's commitment to food security in Africa and beyond, stressing that Russia will continue to work towards shaping a more equitable global food distribution system. Shettima is attending the summit with a team of Nigerian delegation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the appointment of 3 deputy comptrollers general and 3 assistant comptrollers general of the Nigeria Customs Service. The new DCGs are F.O. Okun, MBA Musa, and A. Hamisu. The new ACGs are K. Olumo, A. B. Mohammed, and A. Alajogun. The appointments were made following the retirement of some management members of the Nigeria Customs Service. The Acting Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeyinyi, congratulated the newly appointed officers and charged them to redouble their efforts to ensure the service attain greater heights in its mandates of revenue generation, suppression of smuggling, and trade facilitation. Adeyinyi also thanked the retired members of the management for their meritorious service. President Bola Tinubu has appealed to Nigerian youths to be patient and show understanding with the hardship caused by the economic initiatives of his administration. Tinubu explained that the hardships the country is currently facing will eventually vanish and give way to a more equitable, prosperous, and inclusive economy. He gave the assurance on Thursday in the nation's capital at an audience with the All Progressives Congress APC national youth leaders from the 36 states of the Federation and Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Report says Nigerians have experienced more hardship since the removal of fuel subsidy 2 months ago, making prices of food items, goods and services, including transportation, skyrocket. That's the package tonight, but just before we're going to look at the top stories. A new ministry has been created by the Akwa Ibom State government. It is known as the Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways. Announcing the creation of the new ministry, the state governor said it will help to handle security issues both on land and in the state waterways. He announced this at the swearing-in of the 23 new commissioners and one special advisor into the State Executive Council. We also told you that President Vladimir Putin of Russia Thursday pledged closer ties with Nigeria and other African countries, assuring leaders in the continent that it was ready to partner African states to develop the energy, information communication, education and health sectors, among others. This came when Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria will partner with Russia to revive the Aluminium Smelter Company of Nigeria by engaging key stakeholders in the industry. That's the package tonight. We thank you so much for being part of this news tonight and wish you some sweet dreams. Good night.